In a peaceful village nestled between rolling hills and serene forests, there lived a young man named Kyal. He was known for his curiosity and eagerness to learn about the mysteries of life. Kyal had heard many tales of the Buddha and his teachings, but he had never fully understood them. He longed for wisdom and enlightenment, feeling that there was more to life than the daily toil in the fields. One day, as Kyal was wandering near the edge of the forest, he encountered an old monk named Master Li, who was renowned for his profound understanding of the Buddha's teachings. Kyal approached Master Li with great reverence and asked, "Master, I have heard much about the Buddha's teachings, but I do not understand them fully. Can you help me find enlightenment?" Master Li smiled warmly and said, "Young one, enlightenment is a journey, not a destination. If you are truly willing to learn, then come with me. I will share with you a story that might illuminate your path." Once upon a time, in the ancient kingdom of Siddhartha, there was a young prince named Surya. He was kind-hearted and wise beyond his years, but like Kyal, he felt a deep yearning for understanding the true nature of existence. Despite living in luxury, Surya was restless and unsatisfied, sensing that there was a deeper truth to life. One day, while meditating in the royal gardens, Surya saw a lotus blooming in the pond. Its beauty was captivating, and he felt an inexplicable connection to it. Intrigued by its elegance, Surya sought out the palace gardener, an old and wise man named Aravinda. "Aravinda," Surya asked, "how does the lotus bloom so beautifully, rising from the muddy waters?" Aravinda smiled and replied, "The lotus, dear prince, symbolizes purity and enlightenment. It rises from the mud, untouched and pristine, representing our potential to rise above suffering and attain enlightenment." The journey of the lotus mirrors our own spiritual path. Inspired by Aravinda's words, Surya decided to leave the palace and embark on a journey to seek enlightenment. He renounced his royal title and set out into the world as a humble seeker of truth. Surya traveled far and wide, visiting monasteries, hermits, and scholars, but none could satisfy his quest for understanding. One evening, he arrived at a village shrouded in darkness. The villagers seemed somber and fearful, and their faces were marked with despair. Curious, Surya approached an elderly villager and asked, "Why does this village seem so sorrowful?" The old man sighed and said, "Our village is plagued by a great sorrow. Every night, a monstrous beast emerges from the forest and terrorizes us. We live in constant fear, unable to find peace." Moved by their plight, Surya resolved to help the villagers. He ventured into the forest that night, armed with nothing but a lantern. The forest was thick and ominous, but Surya pressed on, his heart filled with determination. As he walked deeper into the forest, he heard a loud roar. Suddenly, a massive, shadowy figure emerged from the darkness. It was the beast, its eyes glowing with malevolence. But instead of attacking, the beast paused, seemingly intrigued by the light of Surya's lantern. "Who are you?" the beast growled. Surya, though trembling with fear, replied calmly, "I am Surya, a seeker of truth. I have come to understand the source of your torment and to help if I can." The beast laughed bitterly. "Help? No one can help me. I am cursed to roam these woods in darkness, feared and hated by all." Surya stepped closer, holding his lantern high. "Perhaps you are not cursed, but misunderstood. Tell me your story." The beast's eyes softened, and it began to speak. "I was once a man named Dhruv. I lived in this village many years ago. I was proud and arrogant, believing myself to be invincible. One day, a wandering sage came to our village, teaching about compassion and humility. I mocked him and drove him away. That night, I was transformed into this monstrous form, condemned to live in the shadows. I realized too late that my pride and cruelty had brought this upon me. Now, I am trapped in this forest, a prisoner of my own making. Surya listened with compassion and said, Dhruv, your story reminds me of a lesson from the Buddha. Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. You must forgive yourself and seek forgiveness from others. Only then can you break free from this curse. Dhruv's eyes welled with tears. But how can I seek forgiveness when I have caused so much fear and pain? Surya placed a hand on the beast's paw. The path to redemption begins with a single step. Let us return to the village together and seek their forgiveness. I will stand by you as dawn broke. Surya and Dhruv emerged from the forest. The villagers, seeing the monstrous beast, recoiled in terror. But Surya raised his hand and called out, Do not be afraid. This is Dhruv, a man seeking forgiveness and redemption. Let us hear his story. With Surya's encouragement, Dhruv recounted his tale to the villagers. There was a long silence, but then, one by one, the villagers stepped forward, offering their forgiveness and compassion. The atmosphere shifted from fear to empathy, and Dhruv felt the weight of his curse lifting. As the first rays of sunlight touched Dhruv, his monstrous form began to dissolve, revealing the man he once was. The villagers cheered, and Dhruv, with tears of gratitude, bowed deeply to them and to Surya. Thank you, Surya, Dhruv said. You have shown me the power of compassion and forgiveness. I am forever grateful. Surya smiled and replied, We are all capable of transformation, Dhruv. The Buddha teaches us that our actions shape our future, and through kindness and understanding, we can create a better world. Having helped the village and witnessed the power of the Buddha's teachings firsthand, Surya continued his journey. He felt a newfound sense of peace and clarity, understanding that enlightenment was not a distant goal but a way of living each moment with compassion and wisdom. Years passed, and Surya's travels eventually brought him back to his homeland. The villagers welcomed him warmly, amazed by his transformation and the wisdom he had gained. He became a revered teacher, sharing the lessons of the Buddha with all who sought guidance. As Master Li concluded the story, KL sat in silent reflection, absorbing the profound lessons it held. He realized that enlightenment was not about escaping the world but engaging with it with a compassionate heart and a wise mind. Master Li, KL said, I understand now. The journey to enlightenment is about transforming ourselves and helping others along the way. It is about living with love, compassion, and forgiveness. Master Li nodded, his eyes twinkling with approval. You have learned well, KL. Remember, the light of wisdom shines brightest when shared with others. Go forth and live the teachings of the Buddha in every moment of your life. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind illuminated by newfound understanding, KL bowed deeply to Master Li. He left the forest, ready to embark on his own journey of enlightenment, carrying with him the timeless lessons of the Buddha. KL returned to his village, where he began to teach and live by the principles he had learned. His life became a beacon of hope and wisdom for others, just as Surya's had. And in time, KL's story too would be passed down through generations, a testament to the enduring power of compassion, forgiveness, and the pursuit of enlightenment. In the serene valley of Rajapur, nestled between verdant hills and flowing rivers, lay a village in distress. The once peaceful community was now riddled with conflict, envy, and greed. The villagers, once known for their unity and kindness, were now embroiled in disputes over land, water, and resources. The harmony that had bound them together was slowly unraveling. In the heart of this village lived a young boy named Akash. Unlike his peers, Akash was curious and compassionate. He often pondered the reasons behind the village's growing discord. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the fields, Akash approached his mother with a heavy heart. "Mother, why have we become so divided? Why do we fight and argue over trivial matters?" he asked, his eyes reflecting his concern. His mother sighed, gently placing a hand on his shoulder. "My dear Akash, the roots of our troubles lie in our minds. Greed, jealousy, and ignorance have clouded our judgment. We have forgotten the essence of compassion and wisdom." Akash's curiosity was piqued. "Is there no way to bring back the peace we once had?" "There is always a way," she replied, her gaze distant. "But it requires a profound understanding of life and a deep sense of empathy. Perhaps you should seek guidance from someone wise, someone who can help you unravel the mysteries of the human heart." Inspired by his mother's words, Akash decided to embark on a journey to seek wisdom. He had heard tales of a wise sage who lived in a distant monastery, high up in the Himalayas. This sage was said to possess profound knowledge and compassion, guiding countless souls toward enlightenment. With a small bag of essentials and a heart full of hope, Akash set off on his journey. The path was arduous, filled with steep climbs, treacherous trails, and unpredictable weather. Yet, Akash's determination kept him going. Along the way, he encountered various people, each struggling with their own dilemmas and fears. One day, he met an old man by a riverbank, trying to catch fish with little success. Seeing the man's frustration, Akash approached him. "Why are you so troubled, sir?" The old man sighed. "I have been fishing here for hours, but the river is barren today. I rely on these fish to feed my family. Without them, we will go hungry." Akash thought for a moment and then said, "Instead of fighting the river, why not try to understand it? Observe its flow, its currents, and the life within it. Sometimes, patience and understanding can yield better results than force and frustration." The old man nodded, realizing the wisdom in Akash's words. He decided to wait and observe, learning to harmonize with nature rather than battling against it. After several weeks of travel, Akash finally reached the monastery. It was a place of serene beauty, surrounded by towering peaks and lush forests. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the sound of chanting monks. Akash felt a deep sense of peace wash over him as he entered the monastery grounds. He was soon introduced to the sage, a man of humble demeanor yet profound presence. The sage greeted Akash with a warm smile. "Welcome, young traveler. What brings you to this sacred place?" Akash bowed respectfully. "I seek wisdom, master. My village is in turmoil, and I wish to understand how we can restore peace and harmony." The sage nodded, his eyes reflecting deep compassion. "The path to peace begins within. Sit with me, and let us explore the teachings of the Buddha." For the next several weeks, Akash immersed himself in the teachings of the sage. He learned about the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, the core principles of Buddhism. The sage explained how suffering arises from desire and attachment, and how one can overcome it through right understanding, right intention, and right action. One evening, as the sun set behind the mountains, the sage shared a story with Akash. Many years ago, there was a king named Bimbasara. He ruled the kingdom of Magadha with great wisdom and compassion. Yet, he was troubled by the suffering of his people. One day, he met a wandering monk who spoke of a great teacher, the Buddha. Intrigued, the king sought out the Buddha and asked him, "How can I, as a king, alleviate the suffering of my people? The Buddha replied, by leading with compassion and wisdom. Treat your subjects with kindness and guide them with righteous principles. When the mind is at peace, so too is the kingdom. The king took the Buddha's words to heart and transformed his kingdom into a place of harmony and prosperity. Akash listened intently, absorbing the profound lesson. He realized that true leadership and peace begin with inner transformation and compassion. With newfound wisdom and a heart full of hope, Akash bid farewell to the sage and the monastery. The journey back to his village was filled with anticipation. He was eager to share the teachings he had learned and to help his village rediscover the path to harmony. Upon his return, Akash found the village still mired in conflict. Yet, he was not disheartened. He began by approaching the village elders, sharing with them the stories and teachings of the Buddha. He spoke of compassion, understanding, and the importance of right action. At first, the villagers were skeptical, but as Akash continued to speak with sincerity and conviction, their hearts began to soften. He organized gatherings where villagers could come together to share their grievances and listen to each other with empathy. Slowly but surely, the seeds of compassion and understanding began to take root. One day, Akash gathered the entire village by the ancient banyan tree, a place of significance for the community. He addressed them with a calm and steady voice. We have all suffered due to our own ignorance and desires. But we have the power to change. By embracing compassion and wisdom, we can restore the harmony we once cherished. He shared the story of King Bimbasara and the Buddha, emphasizing the importance of leading with kindness and understanding. The villagers listened, their hearts touched by the simplicity and truth of his words. In the following months, the village of Rajapur underwent a remarkable transformation. Conflicts were resolved through dialogue and mutual respect. The fields flourished as villagers worked together with a renewed sense of purpose and cooperation. The river, once a source of contention, became a symbol of unity as everyone took turns managing its resources. Akash's journey had not only brought him wisdom but had also rekindled the spirit of compassion within his community. The teachings of the Buddha, conveyed through Akash's words and actions, had created a ripple effect, spreading peace and harmony throughout the village. Years passed, and Akash grew into a wise and respected leader. He continued to guide his people with the same principles he had learned from the sage. The village of Rajapur became a beacon of hope and tranquility, attracting visitors from far and wide who sought to learn the secrets of their harmony. One day, as Akash sat by the river, reflecting on the journey that had brought him here, a young boy approached him, much like he had approached his own mother years ago. Master Akash, what is the secret to our village's peace and happiness? The boy asked, his eyes filled with curiosity. Akash smiled, placing a hand on the boy's shoulder. The secret lies within you. It is the understanding that we are all connected, that our actions and intentions shape the world around us. By embracing compassion and wisdom, you too can create a life of harmony and peace. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the village, Akash felt a deep sense of fulfillment. He had not only transformed his own life but had also illuminated the path for others to follow. The journey of compassion and wisdom was never ending, and each step taken with an open heart brought the world closer to true enlightenment. This story, rich in Buddhist teachings and life lessons, illustrates the transformative power of compassion and wisdom. Through Akash's journey, we learn that true peace and harmony begin within ourselves and extend outward to the world around us. By embracing the principles of the Buddha, we can overcome our own sufferings and create a ripple effect of positivity and understanding in our communities. This tale serves as a timeless reminder that the path to enlightenment is paved with kindness, empathy, and right action.